On the other hand, the main character Kang Jin-hyuk looks like he's not worried at all, brushing the dust off of his clothes. What are they doing? They also want to grab equipment from me like this? Anna only then realizes how high the level of this place is. Half of the team died before they even saw the monsters. She immediately decides to leave and calls out to her companions. Hui Min, use the detection skill to find a way out. However, her companion only chokes and replies, "My skill was disabled after the terrain changed earlier." Anna finally realizes that they are trapped in this maze. Kang Jin-hyuk watched from the side, thinking to himself that they are a bunch of fools. The Minotauros maze is too easy if you can clear it with a detection skill. Anna turned around and gritted her teeth. "Hey, you, Kang Jin-hyuk, stand still." That friendly young girl from before is now intimidating. "Why didn't you tell us earlier about the fact that the maze can suddenly transform? You almost killed us all." The other cannon fodders also accused him. Exactly. That brat clearly knew but still deliberately didn't say anything. It's like he wanted us to die. But Kang Jin-hyuk just sighed and countered, "Well, I'm saying this. Did I force you to come with me?" This counterattack left Anna stunned. "I'm saying, did I forcibly bring you all in here?" The cannon fodder man couldn't take it anymore and summoned his weapon to attack Kang Jin-hyuk. But in the next second, a terrifying scene occurred. With a loud bang, his head flew off. Splitting his neck was a giant axe embedded in the wall. Before everyone could react, his lower body swayed and fell to the ground. Everyone was terrified. The girl saw this scene and screamed in fear. "Oh my god, what's happening?" And soon, her confusion turned into despair. A hoof stomped down and the sound of the ground shaking echoed with a roar. The true master of the maze, Minotauros, appeared. Anna was so scared that she froze. But at this critical moment, a figure pushed through the crowd and ran towards the boss. Oh yeah, let me through." It was the male protagonist, Kang Jin-hyuk. Anna was stunned. What is he doing? Compared to Minotauros, whose size could reach the ceiling of a palace, Kang Jin-hyuk was like an ant. The Minotaur slammed the ground with his explosive axe, causing the tiles to crack and debris to fly. But when the dust settled, all that was left was the axe sunken into the ground. Where was Kang Jin-hyuk? Following the boss's gaze upwards, he saw that he had jumped into the air and avoided the attack. He had faced off against the Minotaur so many times in the game that he could predict its movements perfectly, and with his strong physique, it was easy for him. Very good! The next moment, his shirt split open. Did he get slapped in the face? No. A notification pops up. You obtained the hidden stat rift. This is exactly why he wanted to challenge the boss, Minotauros, even though he was not at the same level. The effect of rift is that it reduces the level suppression when fighting against a much stronger opponent. For every 3 points of rift, the level suppression is reduced by 1. It is essential for fighting against higher level monsters. Kang Jin-hyuk grabs the boss's horn and swings himself off, landing smoothly on the ground. However, this attracts the boss's attention and all of its rage is focused on the small like ant Kang Jin-hyuk. He emits a whine from his throat that would have made most people collapse in fear, like Anna. But Kang Jin-hyuk's smile is confident and arrogant, with a hint of defiance. The boss roars and swings its giant axe towards Kang Jin-hyuk, who narrowly dodges and his pants are cut by the blade. Rift value increases by 0.05, almost without thinking. Kang Jin-hyuk bends down and the ground explodes behind him. Rift value increases again. The boss tightens its grip on the axe handle and takes advantage of Kang Jin-hyuk flipping over to narrowly miss him with a sweep. Kang Jin-hyuk easily dodges with a playful, inverted jump. Rift value increases by 0.05 because he has already fought countless times with this monster in the game. No matter from which angle, the fierce attacks of the horizontal chop, vertical chop, and side cut, Kang Jin-hyuk always manages to narrowly avoid them at the last moment. The prompt for the increasing rift value flashes wildly on the screen. Seeing that he was about to be hit, he quickly backflips to create distance, leaving the Minotaur raging in place. Even with a high attack power, it's useless if it doesn't hit him. The trio behind him is stunned. Wow! Kang Jin-hyuk's moves aren't just skilled, they're almost artistic, like a dance with the boss. Anna is in a state of shock and uncertainty. No wonder someone dared to venture into the maze alone. It's a shame that she tried to kill Kang Jin-hyuk and take the reward for herself before. She must be crazy. What is called the top-level master's understanding of the game? Seeing the weapon was about to cut off her neck, Kang Jin-hyuk dodged to the side, and a wound shot out. DD, hidden reward value +1. Facing the raging bullhead boss, Kang Jin-hyuk mockingly said, Too slow. How could I lose with your speed?" The bullhead monster was so angry that its eyes turned red, and then it roared. The axe was lifted from below and tore through the air. It was about to kiss his throat, but he didn't dodge or blink his eyes. In that moment, in 1 second, he made a sidestep and avoided the attack, and a small, barely noticeable wound opened. This is the confidence of a master player. Precise blood control. DD, you have avoided a deadly attack. Increase 1 point of rift value. Yes, the way to quickly become stronger in a short time is simple. That is to show off your extreme skills. Kang Jin-hyuk looked at the blood on his hand. Cutting a little skin and flesh can get 1 point of rift. This deal is too profitable. He thought about it and avoided the heavy axe coming again. This method is good, but it can't be used often. Let's stop here today. Look at the 4 people in the distance, Anna, who are leaning against the wall and sneaking around. The girl with long hair next to her is almost scared out of her heart. Sister Anna, we can definitely go back alive, right? Who knows that this maze is so abnormal? You are a top-notch player. Suddenly, Kang Jin-hyuk's figure appeared ghostly beside him. Why are you in such a hurry to rush? Miss Anna, just now, didn't you say that you wanted to raid the maze together and divide the spoil? The girl was sweating coldly. Who knows that this maze is so abnormal? You are a top-notch player. Suddenly, the stomping sound of the floor came. She was terrified. Damn it, this guy is coming. Then the boss will lose its target. Sure enough, the next moment, Minotauros' figure also appeared behind him. Kang Jin-hyuk, this bastard, poked his back and smirked. New, don't you want experience points? As long as you avoid attacks like me, you can get hidden rewards. Come on, it's really not that scary. Come and try. At the moment of speaking, the boss's charge was already complete. The handle of the circular axe was swung violently, almost splitting the entire screen. Anna didn't have time to react, but fortunately, Kang Jin-hyuk grabbed her hand in time and threw her to the ground. However, the others weren't so lucky. The long-haired sister Hui-min, who can detect skills, and cannon fodder number 4 could only watch as the giant axe approached closer and closer. The entire hall was stunned. Anna fell. She wanted to scream, but she was so scared that she couldn't even make a sound. The entire hall was almost cut in half by Minotauros' resentful horizontal slash. The red-haired man, due to his kidney deficiency, fell to the ground in time to escape. The team of 5 that was just here was wiped out in an instant, leaving only 2 people. But compared to Anna's terrified and desperate expression, Kang Jin-hyuk looked like he was leisurely walking in a courtyard. Hands in pockets, he said. Oh, my head hurts. Anna, you have to bend down or bend over. If it weren't for my kind gesture of pulling you just now, you would have turned into 2 halves just like your teammates. Then he turned around and looked at the ruler of this maze. Oh right, I almost forgot about you, little calf. Although I still wanted to level up with you. It looks like time's up. As the words fell, the field began to shake violently. A giant stone flew out from the side of the wall. That's right, Minotauros' maze is transforming. Blocks flew out, wall paintings moved, and the terrain changed in the blink of an eye. And between Kang Jin-hyuk and Minotauros, a huge wall appeared out of nowhere. Kang Jin-hyuk greeted him leisurely. So, goodbye for a while. Those who don't know might think he's the master. Only the boss, the cow-headed beast, is left alone behind the wall, looking pitiful. The Minotaur took a deep breath, his mane standing on end, and then let out a roar, wielding his giant axe. For the next 20 minutes or so, the entire palace shook and trembled under the power of his terrifying force. On the other side, Anna was already scared to death. Her face looked worse than if she had been dead for 3 days. They had only been in this labyrinth for half a day, and a perfectly good 7 or 8 person team was inexplicably wiped out, leaving only the 2 of them. But fortunately, they had managed to shake off the boss. However, at this time, Kang Jin-hyuk said, "It's not necessarily so. Look at my hand. I wipe phosphorus powder from the nocturnal moth on it. Minotauros will follow us by scent. In short, we'll be constantly pursued by that guy in this labyrinth." Anna no longer even had the courage to resist Kang Jin-hyuk. Are you crazy? Why would you do this? Ha! Didn't I tell you? Playing with the Minotaur increases hidden reward points, and when the labyrinth changes position, it's a good opportunity for me to rest and replenish my energy. As he spoke, he picked up a short knife from the ground. See, when I have energy, I'll play with the little calf and grind for reward points. When the labyrinth changes, I'll rest. I'm making the most of my time. Isn't that a logical way to do things? Crazy. This man must be crazy. Anna tremblingly asked, "Then how many times will you repeat this?" Kang Jin-hyuk held up one finger in front of the 2 novices. "That's right, not an hour or a day, but a month. Play with the boss for a month if you are a skilled player."